Radial Engines by Dan English and Marcus Willoughby. The history of the radial engine. The radial engine was first developed before the first flight of the Wright brothers. It was created to be an air-cooled engine that rivaled the linear liquid-cooled engines that were already being developed. And by the end of World War I, the radial engines were predominantly being used over rotary engines. And on the right here, you can see the Wright brothers planes and this plane that uses radial engines.
So, how do radial engines work? Radial engines have four main parts, being an intake, compression, power, and the exhaust stroke. Radial engines have cylinders, numbered from the top going clockwise, with the first cylinder labeled number 1. The first cylinder connects directly to the crankshaft, and this is known as the master rod. You can see it depicted here on the bottom right-hand corner of this diagram. And then that would be cylinder 1, followed by cylinder 2, 3, 4, and so on. These cylinders fire off in an alternating order, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 4. Dan, why would we use a radial engine?
Radial engines are good because they are air-cooled and do not require coolant. They're also lighter than normal engines, so they are better for planes. They're simpler and more reliable, as well as being more damage resistant. That one.
Yeah. So, what vehicles and devices use radial engines? So, a lot of vehicles use radial engines because radial engines are optimal for radial engines are optimal for planes due to their lightweight and the lack of coolant that Dan talked about before. This also carries over to cars, and they also are a lot lighter and have less vibrations, which cause less wear and tear on the vehicle. Another reason they're beneficial to aerospace devices is because when they are in the front, the cylinders are all equally cooled as the plane flies through the air. You can see an example of a front-mounted radial engine on this gray pickup truck over here. Sources.
Thank you. I clicked on the wrong. There we go.